The following is a presentation of the Rowan Television Network.
Hi everyone, my name is Victoria Todorova and I am one of the hosts for this year's 13th annual Telethon. This year we have chosen to raise money for the nonprofit organization To Write Love on Her Arms. Tualoha is a charity devoted to helping those who struggle with depression, suicide, addiction, and self-harm. We want to be a voice for those who feel as though they may not have one, and we want everyone to know they're not alone. Unfortunately, this year's telethon is going to be a little different than the past. We will not be live due to the COVID-19 pandemic, but that doesn't stop us from donating. You are still able to donate to www.give.tualoha.com. So please consider donating and enjoy some of the things we pre-recorded for you. Now here's Nate with more on the charity. Thank you.
Thank you, Victoria. What's going on, guys? My name is Nathaniel Aquino, and I was originally selected to be the interactive host and show what you guys can do to help mediate your mental health and demonstrate at-home remedies. The charity that was chosen for this year is an organization that was started up by Jamie Twerkowski when he met a girl named Renee Yo who was struggling with addiction, depression, self-injury, and suicidal thoughts. Before Renee entered a treatment center, Jamie wrote about the 5 days that he spent with her and that he covered the cost by self-insurance. The words "To Write Love on Her Arms" represents hope that there will always be light in the reality that we live in. To help those that are struggling with mental health, especially because of COVID-19, the organization has been doing a lot of Instagram live videos with Jamie and having special guests to talk with people and give them inspiration during this time. They are pushing online resources for people who are struggling but can't get out to see a therapist or any form of professional help. Now here's Jasmine about what the donations do for the organization.
Thank you, Nate. Hi, my name's Jasmine Cabrera, and I'm also a host for this year's 13th annual Telethon. I hope every one of you out there are doing well and staying safe during these difficult times. As you know, we are raising money for the nonprofit organization To Write Love on Her Arms. Now more than ever, people struggling with depression, addiction, thoughts of suicide, and self-injury need to be able to have access to the resources that can help them. By donating to Tualoha, you are helping to fund treatment and recovery, connection to local mental health services such as treatment centers, counselors, support groups, and more, as well as giving access to blogs, social media channels, and podcasts that provide people with hope and conversation. So help us help Tualoha challenge the stigma of mental health by donating to give.tualoha.com/team/283884. Your donation today can mean someone's tomorrow. And if you can't donate, you can still get involved by helping spread the word and sharing our donation page. Now, here's Charles with talk about some of the pre-recorded content that we do have for you.
Thanks, Jasmine. What's up, guys? My name is CJ Heineman, yet another host for the Telethon. I would like to first say that I hope everyone is staying safe and healthy during this difficult time, and apologize that our live event will no longer be taking place. However, we do have some footage to present to you all, including a talent show, showcasing the talents of many Rowan students. While it is a very small amount, we still wanted to give something to you all to show how much we care about the telethon and To Write Love on Her Arms. I speak for us all when I say, thank you all for tuning in to the little bit we have, and we hope you all continue to keep healthy. Also, don't forget to either donate to give.twloha.com/team/283884 or spread this around to your friends and family. Once again, thank you all for tuning in, and enjoy Rowan University's annual telethon. Quarantine edition.
Hello, everybody. My name is Gregory Nekrasovis. I am a senior music industry major on campus, and I am also the co-composer, lyricist, and book writer of the new musical Lanella de Socartes that's making its world premiere here at Rowan this November. Follow us on social media. Thank you to the Rowan Television Network for giving us the opportunity to perform 2 songs from the musical, and this is your first opportunity to hear some of the songs. So I'm going to be performing 2 of them. The first one is called Comforting Song. All right. dry your tears, it's alright. You can always come to me, even if I cannot see you. You're the person I want to see the most out of all the people in this beautiful world. But there's no reason to be sad, not here, not now, or at all. We're together, that's what matters in this beautiful world. So dry your tears, it's alright. I love you, I love you. And this is the second song, the final song in the show after the curtains close and the cast does their bows. This is epilogue song. There we go. You've transformed my life. I'm happy to have you. I'm happy to have had you. You make me feel the truth in all this. I am not emotionless. I am not emotionless. But here I am in the mirror, nothing left but my reflection. How do you like the story? You've got to explain. Take me by the hand. Take me by the hand and show me love. Show me love. Show yourself love. What are you like when you're mad or sad? Do you want to run away and sing to the birds or stare at the sea? Or do you feel so low you might as well sleep in the earth like in a story? You've got to explain. Take your hand and hold it in your heart, and hold it in your heart, and show it to yourself. Show yourself love. Show me love. You're the key to my happiness. You're the key to your happiness. You're the beacon of life and love. But you have left us for now. Yeah, you've become something to live for. Live for. Take me by the hand. Take me by the hand and show me love. Show me love. Show yourself love. Thank you all so much for joining in. Thank you to the Rowan Television Network for airing their 13th annual telethon right here at Rowan University. And don't forget to follow Linnella de Socartes on Facebook and Instagram, and we'll hope to see you at the show. Take care.
Hey guys, I'm Emily and I am one of the executive producers for this year's 13th annual telethon in support of To Write Love on Her Arms. I just want to let you know that through all of this darkness, you are a light. There are so many people who love you and who want you here. You matter, so please keep pushing and keep shining.
I'm Anaja Haskins. I am this year's Rowan Television Network's 13th annual telethon co-executive producer, here to tell you that every day is worth living for and you matter. And more importantly, your story matters. Keep striving, you got it, hang in there, it'll all be worth it.
Hey, it's your graphic designer Sean Kelly here for the 13th annual telethon supporting To Write Love on Her Arms. Just here to tell everybody to stay safe during this time. Be positive, stay with friends, stay with family, enjoy this time, and we'll all get through this together.
Hello everyone, my name is Derek Hill, and I'm here today with the founder of To Write Love on Her Arms, Jamie Torkowski. Jamie, thanks so much for coming out.
I'm honored to be here.
Yeah, I'm glad you made the trip, and it was safe getting here, and we're now here at Rowan University. You're making a speech tonight. Tell us a little bit about how To Write Love on Her Arms started.
Yeah, so it started way back in 2006. Back then, not as an attempt to start a charity or a movement or a brand or anything like that, just a really humble, simple attempt to help one person back in Central Florida. I was introduced to a girl named Renee, who quickly became a friend, and she was denied entry into a local treatment center, and at the time was struggling with depression, addiction, a history of self-injury, and we later learned there had been suicide attempts in her life. And because of the drugs that were in her system and a fresh self-inflicted wound, this particular facility actually denied her entry. And she spent the next 5 days living with my friends and I, living in our living room. And we did our best to keep her safe and keep her smiling. And I got to know her in that time and was really moved by the conversations that we had and just this experience and getting to know a person whose life had been painful, but also this person that had so much to live for and was just really gifted and creative. And I asked her what she thought about the possibility of telling her story, and would have understood if she said no or no way. But instead, she loved the idea that maybe other people could be encouraged, that maybe someone else could find hope, and ended up writing a story and called it To Write Love on Her Arms, and shared that as a blog at the time in the land of MySpace. And basically that gave it a home online, kind of the beginning of social media that has become obviously just part of everyday life ever since. And so many people responded. So many people could relate to her story, whether it was personal or because they had lost a loved one or known a friend or family member who struggled. And people just began to open up and ask questions, ask for help, ask how they could help, how they could learn more, and realized very quickly that I could do more, and eventually that we could do more than tell one story and help one person. And we've been at it for about 14 years now, just inviting people into this conversation, funding treatment, funding counseling, doing our best to push back at stigma, the stigma that suggests that these things need to stay quiet. And instead we get to really try to do the opposite and really invite people to talk openly and honestly about their struggles and to let people know it's okay to ask for help.
Is that a common thing for people like that to be denied from a center like that?
I would say it is not a common thing, and that's actually an important question, and it feels important to point out because I think for so many people it is hard enough to take the step of asking for help. So the idea that you might ask for help and then not be able to get it would make it even more intimidating. That particular treatment center in Orlando is actually not in business anymore. So specifically, this particular treatment center, they didn't offer an element of detox. And then she had a fresh self-inflicted wound, and because of that combination, they labeled her too high risk, that she would create a risk for the other patients. And I think it's important to point out that that wouldn't often be the case. And so we want to encourage people. I mean, there's even the sort of the logic that, man, if I have drugs in my system and I need to get help, there has to be a place that can accept me, because that seems like the right step to take.
Since it started with one person, did you ever imagine that the organization would grow to be as big as it was now, and how many people were willing to share their stories back then?
I couldn't have known right away, because again, it was just as simple as wanting Renee to stay alive and to get help and to get and stay sober. But I do think as the story started to spread, and one of the first things I did was print and sell t-shirts as a way to help pay for Renee's treatment, I began to watch it really grow, and I began to see these messages come in. At first, any message that came in from outside of Florida was exciting. And then after a few weeks, it was Australia and England and Canada.
Oh, wow, it was worldwide.
So it really spread quickly. And I think that did give me permission to imagine that it could keep going. And my background, I was working as a sales rep for the clothing brand Hurley at the time. And so I grew up around brands, and I grew up around brands that expect to be around 5 and 10 years later. And I think it gave me the idea that there could be room for a brand or a t-shirt that was more than a t-shirt. And I think I realized that so many people wanted and needed to be a part of this conversation. And so I think at first the answer would have been no, but very quickly it was easy to feel like something was happening.
And speaking of bringing people into the conversation, you do a couple of these tours and college speeches. You're doing one today, of course. Is that like, how often do you end up going on them? Is it a couple times a year? Or?
It varies. It's not a traditional tour in the sense of kind of one after another. It's a lot of fly here, fly home, go somewhere else next week or the following week. So for me, I get to do a lot of these college events, and I've really come to enjoy them. Obviously, it sort of follows the calendar of when folks are in school, when schools are bringing in speakers to have events. But we've done music festivals, conferences, high schools, churches. We've kind of been able to go to so many different settings, and colleges are one expression of that, or one example of that. But there's been a lot over the years, from schools that we've all heard of to places I had never heard of until they invited me. And I think the commonality beyond the different groups of people and the different ages is just we've learned these are issues that affect all different kinds of people, young and old, people who live in different places, believe different things, vote differently, listen to different music, shop at different stores. That this stuff is really, it's about being human all over the world. And so I think there's something really universal about that people can relate to pain no matter where they live, no matter how they grew up.
At these events where college students or just people in general are sharing their stories, do you ever struggle to kind of find out how to kind of build something like that? I've always wondered, like, for events like that, how do you build what you're going to go over, what your speech is going to be?
So I've never been great at preparing, honestly, and I think it makes me, hopefully the other side of that is I have to kind of be in the moment and be real and raw. I mentioned to you before we got started, I just flew in from Nashville, and my neighborhood got hit by a major tornado. And so there's a huge part of me that is just thinking about that and feeling that, and people died and businesses were destroyed. So I think I'll be in the moment, like that'll show up tonight. But the other part is I've been able to, this talk has kind of been evolving for years, and so there are some things that I get to say night after night, and then I try to mix in just things that I'm thinking about and feeling, and things that maybe are in the news or current events. But I'm thankful that I've been able to kind of build this talk that where I get to come and say things I really believe.
And 14 years now you've been doing this. Over time, has your outlook on why it's important to advocate for mental health changed? Has it evolved or grown to be bigger?
I think I've just grown a few things. I think we know the need is there. The need continues to be there. I think this is sort of a broad stroke, big picture, but people ask, has it gotten better? Has it gotten worse? And I think both are true. We see suicide rates going up. We see more and more people dealing with anxiety, depression, but we also have more tools, and it seems like there's more openness. There's more dialogue. There are more headlines, more people talking and thinking and kind of wrestling with these topics, wrestling with mental health. So I think over time, especially as someone who struggles with depression, it's made me realize what a privilege it is to talk about these things. And a lot of times I'm giving advice that I need myself, and that makes it really personal, and that makes it, I think, really easy to be motivated to keep going. And I think the best of it for me and for our team is we meet people, we hear from people that say they're still alive because of this work. They say they're getting help, whether that's counseling or treatment, or they've called a crisis hotline. And that there's nothing better that I can imagine. I tell people I could win the lottery, and I don't think my job would change that much, just because it feels like such an honor to get to invite people into this conversation.
Yeah, and it's a people thing for sure. And for those people who are struggling, and what advice do you have for them? I know you just mentioned that you tell them what you would like to hear with your own struggles. What advice do you have for people who may be similar?
For someone who's struggling? I think more than anything, we want people to know that it's okay to be honest. It's okay to be honest about how you feel. It's okay to ask for help. And we talk a lot about two things, and I'll touch on them tonight, but we believe in professional help. We believe in counseling. We believe in treatment, suicide hotlines, crisis hotlines. We've been able to meet so many people that have devoted their careers to helping be part of the solution. So we want to normalize that idea that the same way if you or I broke a bone or couldn't stop coughing, there's no shame, there's no stigma around asking for help, and that's the world we want to live in with mental health. That's like the world we're dreaming about, where it's no different to talk about mental health versus physical health. But beyond the professional help piece, I think we just want people to know they deserve a support system, that we deserve friends, a community. There's different ways to word it, but just that as people, we need other people, and we need people who know us. And it's been a while since I was a college student, but I feel like it feels important to remind people, or even to give people permission to say, hey, you're not just here to graduate. You're not just here to get good grades and to go on to grad school or to your career. Like you're a human being, you're a person, and you're allowed to take space for your feelings and your struggles and the things that hurt and your questions, and there's room for that. Like you're not a machine, you're not a robot. And so I know oftentimes, not only with the transition, but just the pressure and probably the time challenges, that this can be a really hard season of life for a lot of people. And so it to me, it's really a cool thing to get to show up and not be telling everyone to graduate and go on to be awesome. That's fine and that's good, but like to what does it look like to look after not only ourselves but the people we care about, roommates, friends. So I think to talk about self-care and slowing down and just making space to be healthy and to give ourselves permission to not only think about those things, but to prioritize those things.
And basically everything you just said goes along the lines with Rowan. I was telling you this a little bit before we started recording. Rowan just started the Thrive Initiative, where being able to share those stories comfortably, and we've been helping out with recording testimonials of people who share stories about times where they've been really happy, or times where they succeeded in class, or even times of struggle. Do you think that's something that other universities should try to establish?
Yeah, I think I'm a fan of anything that creates a culture of openness, of vulnerability, of people talking about mental health, of people talking about, not only the pain and the hard things, but also the process of healing, the process of getting help. So absolutely, I think it can look a lot of different ways. There can be a lot of different expressions of it, but to me that sounds like a great idea. Just anything that gets people talking. I mean, even with tonight's event, I think the hope is to have a conversation that doesn't end when I fly home tomorrow, but that there can be sort of ripples that go out and people that keep having the conversation, whether it's over a meal or a cup of coffee, whether that's this week or a month or a year from now.
And what do you see in the future for To Write Love on Our Arms? Like, are you planning anything, or what do you see the organization growing into?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think in a way we probably surprised some people where we haven't had a 5 and a 10-year plan to get this far, and a lot of the things we're the most proud of, or moments where we've been the most excited, they came as huge surprises. A lot of those things happen through relationships, whether it's athletes or actors or just different doors that have opened where it wasn't something that we wrote on a whiteboard, but I think with that we want to keep bringing a message of hope and help to all different groups of people. Everything from we have friends now on the U.S. women's national soccer team, and we've seen doors open in the world of video games, the gaming world, and those are things we couldn't have imagined. And so I think my hope is we'll keep being creative, we'll keep being bold, and we'll keep just trying to walk through all these different doors, because at the end of the day, regardless of our hobbies or our interests, like, we're all people, we're all human beings, and we know that these are issues that affect people, obviously, and so we love being able to bring hope, information, resources, encouragement to folks all across the U.S. and outside of the country as well.
I think that was a really good answer to end on, but I'm sure if you have something else
to
say.
There's a find help tool that we've added in the last year that we're really proud of, and all that means is someone can come to our website and click on the find help button and enter your zip code or the zip code of someone you care about, and you will instantly get a list of local mental health resources.
That's awesome.
And thank you.
Yeah.
That includes free and reduced rate services. So we know that the financial barrier is a real thing for a lot of people. And so again, whether it's someone thinking about their own need in their own community or someone who lives across the country, that's been a really special thing to be able to offer. And then we also love not only making people aware of those places, but being able to fund professional help. And so we've been able to give $2.6 million over the years that have turned into scholarship dollars for people. And so that's another thing that I think we want to continue to build on.
Well, Jamie, thanks so much for talking to me.
Thanks, Derek.
Really enlightening conversation, and I wish you luck at the speech tonight and in the future as well. That's Jamie Twerkowski from To Write Love on Her Arms. I'm Derek Hill. Thanks for watching.
Hi, my name's Joe Allenbach, assistant producer for the 13th annual Telethon, and I just want to let you guys know that no matter what you're going through or what kind of situation you could be in at the moment, you can do it and you can get through it, because there will always be people around you who care for you.
Hello, my name is Joshua Tessino. I am one of the assistant producers for RTN's 13th annual Telethon, supporting To Write Love on Her Arms. And I just wanted to say that you're here for a reason. You're unique. Everyone has their place in this world, and it's up to us to pretty much go out through our lives and figure out what it is that brought us here and why we are so special. So you can always get help along the way, friends, family, professionals. There are always people out there that are willing to help you. So make sure you always ask for help if you're ever going through a tough time, and always try your best to remain optimistic and figure out what it is that puts you on this world.
Hi, my name is Jody Moser, and I was going to be one of the directors for this year's telethon. Although the telethon and a bunch of other things that we wanted to do was canceled, I just wanted to remind you that this will all be over soon, and then we'll be able to get back to doing the things we love. So just look forward to the future.
Hi, we're Pastelphone, and thank you for joining us today on RTN's fundraiser telethon. All right, the first song that we're going to be performing is a song called Better Than Me. I hope you guys like it.
1, 2, 3, 4.
picture and it's all just red to me. Tried to hide behind, but the paint just bled through. Now red is all I seem to see, the only color that looked any good to me. You keep on saying that I held you back, but I just can't seem to see like that, Baby, let go, let go, let go. I'm over this. Baby, let go, let go. We can't start over. Baby, let go, let go, let go. I'm over this. Baby, let go, let go, let go. We can't start over. You've been holding on for months and months and months and months and can't keep acting like it's all okay for us. 'Cause it's not okay. No, we're not okay. Baby, let go, let go, let go. I'm over this. Baby, let go, let go, let go. We can't start over. Baby, let go, let go, let go. I'm over this. Baby, let go, let go, let go. We can't start over. No, we can't start over. No, we can't just pretend. No, we can't start over. We knew we had to end. Baby, let go, let go, let go. I'm over this. Baby, let go, let go, let go. We can't start over. Baby, let go, let go, let go. I'm over this. Baby, let go, let go, let go. And we're going to be covering a song called Sweet Disposition. I hope you guys like it. Sweet disposition.
Won't stop till it's over. Won't stop till it's over. Won't stop till it's over. Won't stop to surrender.
Hey, that was great. Thank you.
Hey guys, it's Izzy, your communications director for the 13th annual Telethon, and I just want to tell everyone to stay positive during this hard time. I know it could be a little rough staying inside, but just try to make the most out of it. Try to start a new hobby, read a book, watch movies, Netflix, YouTube. Just do things that you love. We're going to get through this and it's going to be okay. See you guys.
Hello everyone, my name is Derek Hill and I was one of the associate producers on this year's 13th annual Telethon. Just here to let you know that confidence is the key. In a time like this, self-confidence, goal confidence, we'll get out of this, and in life in general, just keep confidence and you'll be good to go.
Hello, my name is Christina Ebert. Thank you for tuning in to the 13th annual Telethon, and I'm going to be singing for you guys today. Hope you enjoy. It's not simple to say that most days I don't recognize me, that these shoes and this apron, that place and its patrons have taken more than I gave them. It's not easy to know I'm not anything like I used to be, although it's true I was never attention sweet center. I still remember that girl. She's imperfect, but she tries. She is good, but she lies. She is hard on herself. She is broken and won't ask for help. She is messy, but she's kind. She is lonely most of the time. She is all of this mixed up and baked in a beautiful pie. She is gone, but she used to be mine. And it's not what I asked for. Sometimes life just slips in through a back door and carves out a person and makes you believe it's all true. But now I've got you, and you're not what I asked for. If I'm honest, I know I would give it all back for a chance to start over and rewrite an ending or two. For the girl that I knew who would be reckless just enough, who got hurt, but who learned how to toughen up when she's bruised, and got you She is lonely most of the time. She is all of this mixed up and baked in a beautiful pie. She is gone, but she used to be mine. I saved every letter you wrote to me. From the moment I read them, I knew you were mine. You said you were mine. I thought you were mine. Do you know what Angelica said when we saw your first letter arrive? She said, "Be careful with that one, love. He will do what it takes to survive." You and your words flooded my senses. Your sentences left me defenseless. You built me palaces out of paragraphs. You built cathedrals. I'm rereading the letters you wrote to me. I'm searching and scanning for answers in every line, for some kind of sign. And when you were mine, the world seemed to burn. You published the letters she wrote to you. You told the whole world how you brought this girl into our bed, and in clearing your name, you have ruined our lives. Do you know what Angelica said when she'd read what you had done? She said, "You have married an Icarus. He has flown too close to the sun." You and your words obsessed with your legacy. Your sentences border on senseless, and you are paranoid in every paragraph how they perceive you. I'm erasing myself from the narrative. Let future historians wonder how Eliza reacted when you broke my heart. You have torn it all apart. I'm watching it burn. Watching it burn. The world has no right to my heart. The world has no place in our bed. They don't get to know what I said. I'm burning the memories, burning the letters that might have redeemed you. You forfeit all rights to my heart. You forfeit the place in a bed. Go sleep in your office instead, with only the memories of when you were mine. I hope that you
And that's all we have for this year's telethon. Thank you all so much for watching, and please don't forget to keep donating. On behalf of myself, Nate Aquino, CJ Heineman, Jasmine Cabrera, and the entire telethon production team, stay safe, stay healthy, and remember, mental health matters. Thank you.